All right, so today we have this really cool Unit 70 piece here. This is actually a body you can still buy on their website, but this is original animatronic that they made, I think, back in 2012. Now, this blood wasn't on it before, but it had a bunch of, like, stupid looking, like, foam from someone repairing it. So I decided I'd just put blood over it because I didn't have any black paint at the time. Or green paint, but I think it kind of looks stupid now, considering this animatronic isn't really supposed to be, anything gory. So I'm just gonna repaint that probably in today's video. I don't know. It depends how fast things go, but I mean, it doesn't look terrible, but I just want it to be more green, just match the snake. So I am gonna repaint that probably. And then the guy's in pretty good shape. I do need to clean it up down there, and also I want to get a staple gun on this because there's supposed to be staples here. It looks a lot better, but I think I had to screw it in a while ago because I didn't have a staple gun, and it was like Halloween night and these things were falling off, so I had to fix that. And the reason I've never made a video on this thing, I have made a video on it, but it was a short, just a little clip of it. But the reason I haven't made like a full video of it before is because I actually just recently moved to Arkansas. And before, I lived at a house that did not have a garage, but thankfully, now I do have a garage, and I can film some really cool videos in here. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a full restoration on this guy. As you can see, everything's jumping back here. I'm going to zip tie all this up, make sure, all the pneumatics are working, make sure the controller's working, which it should be, because I actually just put a new controller on it. I know it doesn't need a plus, but I just had one laying around, because the old one wasn't too good. So I decided to just throw that on it. It also has a sensor here, which I might get a new one because if I remember correctly, last time I used it, it was pretty faulty and it would go off a lot. But yeah, I'm going to run to Lowe's. I'm going to get some attachments for my grinder so I can grind all this rust and wear on the metal. And then I'm going to spray paint it black. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Look what I found at Lowe's. This is my first time seeing these things in person. It's huge. Surprised they're already out. I think he's alright. I mean, his design's kind of, I don't know, I think it's kind of stupid. It's just a basic farmer outfit. But this guy, I definitely like more. I'm going to see. My first time seeing a demo of him. I've seen him online. And he is so cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna go find the stuff I need. 400 bucks. Alrighty, guys, I just got back from Lowe's, and I got my Gator stripping wheel here, so I'm gonna use that to get all the rust off of it. And then I have my Krylon Fusion all-in-one matte black spray paint. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get all the rust off and everything, and then I'm gonna spray paint it with this, which, yes, it is metal grade. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this off right here, make sure it's away from the body, or not the body, the coffin. Also, a little history on that thing. I got it about, I want to say 3 years ago. But I got it at this haunted house called The Darkness in St. Louis, Missouri. And I got it, they were having like a sale where they were getting rid of a bunch of old animatronics and props and stuff. And I originally was going to get this one Poison Props. animatronic, but I was like, you know what? It'd be cool to say I own a Unit 70 piece. So I decided to pick this guy up instead. And I'd say it was pretty worth it. I think I got it for about $600, which might seem like a little overpriced. But this guy, this guy goes for about $800, brand new. Which yes, it is old, but it also comes with like a whole coffin, and then got the steel armature back here, and you got the cylinder. All of it together. I think it's a pretty fair price for it, and you got all electronics, which they had a brand new controller on there. It actually didn't look like this when I got it at first. Everything was pretty organized. The controller was in much better condition. This guy was in much better condition. A little snake here. But this is what happens when you keep an animatronic outside for too long. Because I didn't really know what I was doing back then. And I kind of just let this thing rot a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull this back metal piece off and be back in a minute. Alright, so I got the board off. Now I gotta cut all these zip ties individually. Make sure I don't cut the airline. Come on. There we go. First one. Second one. Only two? That wasn't that bad. I'm gonna pull these airlines out of here. One second. Alright, I'm back. I got a fan now, and I finally got these off. Totally was super easy. Didn't take any time at all, definitely. But now I just gotta get all this stuff situated. I don't know why it's all tangled like this. That's not good for the airlines. I honestly might replace these airlines. They're really good. And they do leak. So I might replace them. I don't know. Depends. Let's just get all these wires, stuff, and airlines and stuff out of here. Oh, shit, did not mean to do that. Pull this over here. It's not very organized, but it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Just trying to keep all this stuff together. I also gotta twist these guys off. Takes forever. I already got the bottom ones off. It's off screen. Then alright, that's all of them. Put it in that file. And then what I'm gonna do, go in the top. Look at that. Use that static now. I don't know, there's a big hole in the middle, so I don't think we get static. Over there for a second. Alright, I got him over here. Looks pretty cool. But it's time to focus on this thing. It's got all the wiring on, everything. It's all over there. Now it's just free to paint, or grind and paint. So I'm gonna move it a little bit. We're out here. see stuff better. Use that. I might just step with the grinder. I don't know. I think I should be able to get it with that. I'm not going to do a whole bunch. As you can see, I did a little test here. Wasn't fully stripped, but yeah. All right, let's go. Alright, so as you can see in that little time loop I did, I got a pretty good amount done here. I got him off, and I got this thing pretty solid. I mean, look at that. I'd say it's paintable now. Definitely got all that rust off there. I mean, it's not perfect. There's still some stuff, but it's definitely better than it was before. And this thing, I can't get this off for the life of me. So I'm just going to tarp it and make sure not... Look how black my hands are. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm just going to tarp it to make sure no paint gets on it. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good though. I was using that other drill. Sorry if the fans went. I was using that other drill here, but battery died like not even halfway through. So I had to switch to this thing, which I didn't even know we had, but it's pretty nice. And I think it works better than that drill did. So yeah, and I decided to take this off, obviously, because I didn't want to, have it in the way while I was painting it. And I could just paint this separately, just be, easier to do that. Make sure I don't get any of that black paint on the snake. Yeah, I'm going to grab a tarp for that, and I'm also going to grab something to put under this so when I'm painting it doesn't get over the driveway. All right, I'll be back in a second. All right, so it's about 7 o'clock right now, so it's about an hour from the last clip. I went to Lowe's and I got that tarp there, and I got this bag on the cylinder here just so I don't spray the cylinder. I mean, it's fine if a little bit gets on it. I might honestly paint the cylinder. It won't hurt it, but I don't know. I just don't really want to mess with it too much. But I just want to say I will be making multiple parts to this kind of little series I'm doing for the snake. And then I'll have other projects in the future, but for now I just have this. And I'm thinking for next episode, which will be in about a week because I'm going to be going to Florida, I'm going to just put everything back together, finish some things up, tie up all the airlines and make sure everything's, nice and tidy and everything. But for the third episode, I came up with this cool idea where I'm going to have a rock formation going. So I'm going to use spray foam and a wooden structure around the back of him to around that so you don't see all the mechanism stuff. To create the look of a cave. It's kind of built in the side of a cave. So in the cave will go back here around the mechanism so you don't have see it or anything. And then I'll have a little door in the back of it where I can get in there and fix anything if I need to. And I'll put some skulls in the side of the rock formation, or it'll look like a little mine shaft coming out of the ground is what I'm looking for. And then I wasn't gonna do this originally, but I decided that I'm gonna switch up the snake. So this one looks kind of stupid in my opinion with the blood, but even though I did do that, but it was just for a temporary thing. But it's all kind of chunky there with that spray foam I used. I didn't know how to actually foam it back together a good way. But I'm gonna get a new snake for this. I don't know exactly where yet, but hopefully I can get something from the company that's similar. I did reach out to them, but I know they're really busy, so if I don't hear anything back, then that's totally fine. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the tarp set up and start spray painting this thing. All right, now, sorry if it's muffled, I have a mask on, but I got my spray paint, my gloves, I got the armature here. It's ready to paint. All right, this is before, this is after. Now, it doesn't look too crazy, just because it's still drying. But I'd say it looks pretty good. Definitely better than it did before. I did run out of spray paint. I underestimated how much I needed, but to get this guy in the next video. Alright, well, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.